Welcome to NG Styles Kitchen. So to make this turkey pie, we start by making the fillings first. So in a dried pan, add some vegetable oil, about a quarter cup or 3 tablespoons. Allow it to heat a little. Then I'm going to go ahead and add some ginger and garlic paste. So I'm going to allow it to fry for a minute, then add some diced onion. Allow the onion to fry for about a minute or two. Then after that, I'm going to go ahead and add some habanero pepper. I'm using red and yellow habanero pepper. You can use any pepper of your choice. So I'm going to allow it to heat for a minute. Then now I'm going to go in with the ground turkey. Yeah, so I'm using ground turkey here. So try and use your spoon or spatula and break the turkey so that it doesn't form lumps. So that's what I'm doing here. Stir it with the spice in the pot. So after that, I'm gonna go ahead now and add our herbs and spices. So in here I have some thyme, rosemary, and some parsley, dried parsley leaves. Then after that, I added some ginger and garlic powder, some paprika, and some all-purpose seasoning. That's adobo all-purpose seasoning. Now I'm going to add some soy sauce. You can skip this if you don't have soy sauce. So then I'm going to stir it properly and let all the ingredients marry themselves as usual. Just stir it properly as I'm doing here. Then after that, I'm gonna go ahead and cover it and let it cook for about 5 minutes. So after 5 minutes, this is how it looks. So I went ahead and add about a cup of water. Like about a cup. When I say a cup, I mean like 8 ounces of water, yeah. So stir it properly. We don't want this to be watery, we want our filling to be thick. So after stirring it, I covered it and allowed it to boil or cook for another 5 minutes. Then I went ahead and add some corn flour. You can use corn flour, you can use all-purpose flour or arrow, anything you have at hand. Just what we need is something to thicken this filling. We want a thick filling. You don't want your filling to be watery or loose. So this will help bind the turkey and our filling. We help bind the fillings together. Yeah. So just stir it and allow it to cook for another 3 or 5 minutes, and go ahead and add some vegetables. This is optional, so I added some mashed carrots and some spring onion. Yeah, so stir it, leave it to cook for 2 minutes or so. Then I went ahead and add some seasoning cubes. So you can use seasoning cube or you can use salt. So as you can see, I did not use salt in this recipe. That's because I have used adobo all-purpose seasoning, and I'm using seasoning cube also. So these two things contain salt. So when you're using all those kind of seasoning, be careful how you add salt to your cooking. You don't want your food to be salty. So as you can see, this filling is ready. So set it aside while it cools down. Okay, welcome back. So next we are going to go ahead and make our dough. So here I have 4 cups of all-purpose flour. So I'm going to go ahead and add some turmeric powder. That's about 2 tablespoons of turmeric powder, a teaspoon of curry powder. I added some salt, about a teaspoon of salt. Add tablespoon of sugar, some baking powder, about half teaspoon, and I'm going to mix all the dried ingredients. Don't worry, I'm going to list the ingredients I use in this video in the description box. So make sure to check the description box for the full ingredient list. So now I'm going to add the lard. I'm using lard. Make sure your lard is cold, like coming from the fridge. And I added some margarine. Is margarine or margarine? So you can use margarine or you can use butter. Just make sure you use some lard or shortening, and then butter or margarine. So here I am using lard and some margarine. So I'm going to go ahead and mix it until it becomes like crumpled, the way you are seeing. So after that, I'm going to go ahead and start adding the cold milk. Make sure your milk is very, very cold, okay? So add the cold milk bit by bit, and as you add, you mix. As you add, you mix. That's what I'm doing here. Okay. So we're going to go ahead and continue working with our dough. So I added the last bit of milk, and we continued working on the dough like so. We continue working on it until it forms until everything comes together. So as you can see, yeah, so now I'm going to transfer it onto my cutting board. Just transfer it smooth surface and work it a little. You know, I just want it to be smooth. That's what I'm trying to get here. You don't have to do this anyway. Like this is okay, but I love my dough to be smooth. So I'm going to work it and make it smooth and come together just like this. Like so. Looks like a bar. So when you get your dough to form this way, I'm going to go ahead and wrap it with my plastic wrap. Wrap it with the plastic wrap, put it back in the bowl, cover it, and set it aside. Like put it in your refrigerator and let the dough rest for about 30 minutes. Okay. So it's been 30 minutes. So now we're going to go ahead and start rolling out the doughs. So just put some flour on the flat surface. Yeah. Place your dough. I have to cut it into half, and so that it will be easy for me to work with. That's what I'm doing here. So get a quarter of it and start rolling it out. Roll, roll, roll your butt. Just roll your dough. You roll it out and make it flatter. This is different from meat pie. This have more work than our Nigerian meat pie. So this is Caribbean pie, but they call it, some people call it patty. So normally they have like a beef patty, but mine is turkey patty. So after rolling it out, I use a cutter, anything round, to cut out the shape. What we need is just the shape, the round shape. So after that, then we start filling the, pie. So just take a tablespoon of the filling that we made earlier. Don't work with hot filling, you will enjoy it. Just make your filling, allow it to cool down before you start doing this. So scoop in about a tablespoon or 2 tablespoons, depending the size of your round, your shape, the shape of your, you can make this any shape, small, big, any shape you like. So here I'm using about 2 tablespoons of fillings on each. So after folding it and shaping it into the pie, then I'm gonna go ahead and do the egg washing. So this is just one egg, whisk one egg and then use your brush and brush it on the surface of your pie, just to give it this shine you are seeing now. Then after that, I went ahead and bake it in a 350 preheated oven for about 30 minutes. So if you don't want yours to be like mine, you can see mine was very, very, very done. So some people, you see their own yellow because it's not that done. You can bake it for like 15 to 20 minutes if you want that type, but I baked mine for 30 good minutes. That's why I get this crunchy meat pie. Oh, sorry. Turkey patty. So, and that is it. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye bye.